Now, launched in 2012, the 4th annual London Creativity and Wellbeing Week is well underway, and it's become a crucial feature in the capital's cultural calendar. Run by the London Arts and Health Forum, it works to promote, develop and support the understanding of what the arts can do to contribute to a healthy society. Well, here to tell us more about the week, I'm delighted to be joined by Guy Noble, the Arts Curator at UCL Hospitals. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
London Creativity and Wellbeing Week. Sum it up for me. What's it all about?
Essentially, it's a whole series of events running over the next week, celebrating arts and creativity and the impact that that has on your well-being and your physical health.
How do you is it measurable? How do you measure it? Because obviously you see bits of artwork, say, in hospitals and going, oh, that's nice, but we don't necessarily think about the potential impact it has.
Sure. There's been a whole raft of research papers and evidence and researchers that are working in the field of arts and health, measuring the impact on health and well-being. In terms of my own personal experience, I've worked at University College Hospital London and working with UCL museums. We took in a whole series of museums objects into patient bedsides and measured the impact on their well-being. We did that using pre and post qualitative questionnaires. So we asked patients how handling these objects, speaking about these museum objects, made them feel, and we found a distinct correlation that by handling, talking about culture, they felt better and their well-being improved.
Is it just,
so
is it just a distraction technique? A bit like our earlier guest there, distract the person and it takes their mind off.
So certainly distraction is an important element in therapy. In some therapy, play therapists in hospitals use art quite a lot to distract patients in terms of distracting them from pain and from difficult situations. What art does within a hospital environment is to create an uplifting environment, one that is calm, one that is welcoming, and our body does pick up on these things.
Does it happen in groups? So there's an element of social interaction and support and people talking about stuff, and again that distracts in its own way.
There is. I mean, art workshops can happen in groups, but we also have music events as well that go on across the hospital, and that can happen on a one-to-one basis. And there was this one time where a harpist went up onto one of our wards in UCH, and there was a patient there that was not particularly responsive, very quiet, and a harpist went up and started playing in that section of the ward, and she moved her hand and she blinked, and it's nothing, but her carers were there at the time, and they came over to me in tears and said that's the first response that we've had from them.
You can't really get more tangible.
So you can't really get much more tangible results than that. But I'm not an academic. There are plenty of academics out there that are researching the benefits on arts and health. There's reduces stress levels, reduces blood pressure, improves mental health. Improve communication skills. So there's a whole raft of different impacts that the arts can have upon.
And it sounds like the art has come in all shapes and forms. You mentioned the harp playing there.
Yes, so we're talking music, we're talking performances, we're talking singing. There's preventative art workshops as well that go on. So singing to help improve lung capacity, dancing to help and reduce falls for stroke patients.
So for mobility and the like.
For mobility, exactly. So there's a way in which the arts can help supplement the healthcare of this country. It's not instead of, it's as well as. And obviously there's a big strain on funding within the NHS, and if the arts can help assist to address that, then I think they should.
You talk about funding there. Is it expensive, and how do you sense the value of it against the amount of money being spent on actual medical care?
So as I said, it's not either or. For me, it's something that should be done together. It shouldn't be instead of healthcare. It should be as well as. In terms of whether or not it's value for money, I think a story that I just told you about the patient.
It's almost immeasurable how much benefit that patient got and the people around them.
Exactly, and I know that if you were to walk into a hospital and it was not, and it's not clean, it's not attractive, it feels untidy and not welcoming. You know, all those factors contribute to the way in which you feel in terms of the way in which you're going to receive your healthcare. So if we can make the environment more positive, then it's obviously going to impact beneficially to patients.
And briefly, you reckon that this can apply to art in the home as well? It can help stimulate and...
Well, I think all art stimulates discussion, stimulates conversation, and I think culture is a part of us. Our culture is a part of us, and without it, then I think that we're not. I mean, I think that what sets us apart is the arts, and it's what makes us human.
And briefly, how long does it run for, and what can we see and where?
So it's running until the 12th of June, but the events are actually across the country. In London tomorrow night, for example, at the Tate Modern, there's an event looking at the artist's work, Agnes Martin. My own hospital's doing a performance, some live music performances on Thursday lunchtime, so again, anyone's welcome to come along to that.
Sounds absolutely fascinating. Well, good luck with the rest of the exhibition. Guy Noble, Arts Curator at UCL Hospitals, thanks for coming in. Joining us here on This Day Live.